everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chia, and today I decided to just do a random bookish vlog. It's not necessarily going to be like a reading vlog or anything like that. I just wanted to take you along with like my current obsessions for books, and also I did end up building a TBR cart in this video, so I'm taking you along on that. And I wanted to give like a little update of like the books that I'm currently in the middle of right now. So right now I am currently in my Zodiac Academy journey. I am on the second book, which is Ruthless Fae, and this book is about 438 pages, and I'm on 406th page, and I am loving it. I went through a big huge book slump in February because I read Onyx Storm, and of course I couldn't read anything else afterwards, and every single book that I picked up was not higher than like a 4 stars. Maybe the last book in my February wrap up, which should have been up already, is kind of like my last one that I gave like a good rating to. Otherwise everything else was 3 stars. So I randomly decided to pick up Zodiac Academy one day because I need a book to give me a good time. I needed that fire back for reading. I kept like looking up reviews about Zodiac Academy, and I kept researching into it to see if any of the people that I love watching their opinions for actually liked it, and a lot of the majority of the people that I follow love Zodiac Academy. So I wanted to see what the fuss is about, and I am kind of loving it. It's one of those things where like you're not necessarily wanting to find a serious book to get into or a book series to get into, because this one is not going to be for everybody. If you love watching shows like The Vampire Diaries or Teen Wolf, you're going to love this book because the characters are so cringy, the things that they say, the way they interact with each other. But I find myself so addicted to the series right now because I love how the characters are slowly kind of like getting to learn about each other, and I love like the magical system in this world and the plot. And think of it as a big magical blender and toss in all the creatures that you know that are from any magical book or story or movie and throw them into this book, and you have all of that. You have werewolves, vampires, kind of like sirens, you have Pegasus in here who are people. So if you want a good time, pick this book up. But like I said, it's not going to be for everyone, and the advice that I've been getting from everyone was that the first and second book are not the best. But I honestly didn't mind the first book at all. So I do have a reading vlog that I'm going to be posting that is going to be filled with spoilers on this whole entire series. I might do it in parts because it is a huge series, and I'm planning to read the other books that is in the Solaria world because that's the reading order that I found and from Jamie, that girl reads. And so I will be posting vlogs, so you will have my full thoughts on that. But this is what I'm currently reading right now. I also got a Carne. This one is the Midorian Chronicles. It's a 5-book series and it's YA, and I already started reading it and I already love it. It's very academic setting. It's very similar to Harry Potter. What I'm hearing is like it's set in an academic setting, but it goes on and becomes bigger from there. What I'm reading right now though is that it's kind of very YA, so be prepared going into it. But I've heard nothing but great things about it from Rachel Catherine here on YouTube, and also Freya Valerio. This is one of her favorite series, and she said it's amazing, so attached to the characters in the world. And I have been aching for a series that I want to get so attached to, just like Fourth Wing, Harry Potter, those kind of books. So I decided to pick up this one, and I'm liking it so far, but I'm taking my time slowly reading it because it took a while to find the all 5 books, because I guess like since it's published in Australia and it was published a long time ago, that a lot of the copies are hard to find now, and some of the copies on Amazon take a few weeks to get to you. I had to kind of like compromise because the first 3 books are available in hardcover. The last 2 books are only available in paperback. I searched all over the internet to find the hardcover books and I couldn't find them, so I decided to just compromise with it. And if I wanted the physical books, I had to deal with them not being the same, because it bothers me when they're not the same format. It's either I want them all in paperback or I want them on hardcover. I prefer hardcover because I just like how they look. Be prepared for that if you're looking for the physical copies also. I got this from Amazon. And then another book that I picked up, been hearing so much about, is The Favorites. This book has been compared to, if you like Daisy Jones and the Six, the format that they do where it's all interview style, and if you love Magnolia Parks and how toxic and like I can't stop watching kind of feeling it is, then The Favorites is really good. It follows a characters who are sort of like figure skaters, and they were together but then they ended up breaking up for some reason. I'm so ready to read this because I've I've been hearing nothing but great things about it, and this is like kind of like my bookish update right now. It is the first week of March, and I'm kind of happy that I'm picking up these books right now because, like I said, if you watch my February wrap up, I couldn't pick up a really good book at all because I'm so like in a book slump right now, but I'm hoping that March will be a better month. I got a TBR cart. I wanted to build it with you guys because, as you can see, I am running out of space. This is a tiny apartment, so it's hard to put like a bunch of like bookshelves everywhere. Some of these piles that are like on the floor right now next to my bookshelf, half of them I've read, the other half I haven't read, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult to find my books when I'm trying to figure out if I want to read them or not under piles of books. And I have other books, like 2 more bookshelves in the living room also that you probably see in the background of my videos. But here's to getting everything organized so that I can put all the books I want on my TBR cart and probably go through them with you as well. I got this from Amazon. A lot of people either got theirs from Amazon or got it from Target, but this one I got from Amazon because I felt like it was cheaper. Actually no, it's actually about the same as the one in Target, but the one in Target was not in stock in the stores that are close by to me, so I decided to order from Amazon. And of course went with the basic white one. I was gonna do like a colorful one, but I thought about me getting tired of it in the future, so I decided to just not to. I'm hoping to be able to build this on my own because my boyfriend's at work and he can't help me, so hopefully I can do this on my own. It looks pretty simple, but let's see based on like the instructions and everything. I'm hoping this will fit a lot of books. Maybe not big chunky books, but we'll make it work. I guess we'll make it work. What? This is so confusing. F, G, and E. I love how they give you letters, but there's no letters on the actual parts. Okay, progress has been made. I put the bottom on now. That was kind of like difficult instructions, not gonna lie. Okay, now I have to put the tiers on now. Okay, the tiers are made. Now I gotta put the wheels on. While making this, how have you guys been doing lately? Anything new? I've been feeling pretty okay lately. Oh, I'm a little bit hungry right now. Me and my boyfriend are gonna go see Wicked tonight, like the actual musical Wicked. I'm so excited for him to see it because he hasn't seen the actual musical. I've seen it multiple times, and I'm excited for him to see it because he wants to know what happens in the second part of Wicked the movie. And I would prefer him to see it like actually live rather than waiting for, you know, the second part of the movie that's coming out in November. And I hope he likes it. I'm sure he'll like it. Apparently I'm supposed to use this tool. All my life, my dad has had me help him work on like cars, especially if he was like fixing stuff on my car. And he'll have me hand him tools and everything. Do I remember what any of those tools are called? Nope. So if my boyfriend asks for a tool when he's fixing something, I'm out of luck. He's out of luck. Yay! It's made! No, honestly, it's kind of smaller than I wanted it to be. Okay, now it's time to start filling up my cart. This is not all my TBR. A lot of my TBR is already on a shelf, so I'm just not going to touch it because it's already on a shelf, so what's the point of taking it off? Just put it on the cart. I have a feeling it's already going to fill it up. I realized watching back that I didn't give you a full tour of what was on my TBR cart, but let me show you a little bit of it. Keep in mind, full disclaimer, that this is not my full physical TBR. This is just what I could fit on this TBR cart. It's not as complete as I wanted to because there are some other stuff that are on random shelves in the apartment and also some are on the floor. But again, we won't talk about that because I have a book buying addiction. But let's start off. I'm not going to give a synopsis because I'm sure that like I'll probably talk about these in future videos as I continue to read them. I have the last, maybe the third and fourth books of the Plate of Prisoner series. This is, what number is this? I really wish we would put like numbers on the spine so it makes it easier to see which one is this, but I think this is the fourth one, which is Glow. And this is the fifth one, which is Gold. I still don't have Goldfinch yet. I have Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reid. I'm currently reading the Madoran Chronicle right now, so I'm in the middle of that, and I of course got the full entire series. I'm in the middle of the second one, but this is the third one, Dracoria. And it's so annoying because like the last two books were only available through paperback, so I had to get them on paperback because I had no other choice unless I wanted to like search all over the place for it, and I really did, but I couldn't find any of it, so I just decided to buy it in paperback on Amazon. And it says Vardasia, and also the fifth book, which is Grayville. This is annoying. This is how it was delivered by Amazon. I am too like not bothered enough to get a return, all that stuff, because I also had to wait a couple weeks to get it in, and I don't feel like waiting it again just in case I want to binge the series. I got Lightlark, but really hesitant on reading this currently because of all the mixed reviews, and I'm not too sure if I'll like it personally, but we'll see when I finally pick it up. I have Anathema. As you can see by the bookmark, I did start reading it. I stopped this right before January started because I got into my rereads for the Fourth Wing series, and then I got into my whole entire like slump, so I didn't pick it up. And then also like I'm maybe 120 pages in, but I left my bookmark in. I'm one of those people where like I'll softy enough a book if I'm not in the mood for it, but then I'll leave the bookmark in it if I don't need the bookmark right away, because I do have like all these bookmarks lying around. And I will remember where I'm at, and I probably just like need like a reread some of the few pages to remind myself. I have A Tribute of Fire. I have the whole entire Fireborn trilogy, Fireborn, Flamefall, and Fury Song. I got this back in October when it was spooky season, but haven't picked it up again. Bewitched and Bespelled. I have the Rose Bargain book. I recently just got this from Barnes & Noble. I went to go pick up Rebel Witch, and I saw that this was being talked about as well, and I saw it, and I saw that it was the pretty cover. And of course, that was like Barnes & Noble exclusive, so of course I had to pick it up. Look at how pretty the hardcover is though, and the end pages. And then moving on to the second shelf, I have Little Thieves and Painted Devils. I heard amazing things about this, and I think the third book's coming out on April. A lot of books are coming out in April too, so I'm not ready for like the book releases that are stacked in April. And then I have the Furyborn Furyborn Trilogy, which is Furyborn, say Kingsbane, I think that's the second one, and also Lightbringer. I have the full Inheritance Trilogy, the Inheritance games, Hawthorne Legacy, and the Final Gambit. Sorcery of Thorns has been on my physical TBR since 2023, so I really need to get to this, hopefully within the next month or so. The full Sacred Stones Trilogy. I have Dawn of Onyx, Promise of Peridot, and then the most recent one that came out late last year was Reign of Rose. And then I have Fairytale, which I'm very intimidated by because it's super long, and I heard it's just like a gothic romance, and like it jumps between 3 different timelines, and also like it's sort of dark, so I'm working my way up to it. And I also have Of Blood and Ether. This one's another indie publish that I've heard amazing things about, and it's by Harper Hawthorne, and it's a part of the Harbingers series. I don't know how many books are going to be in it. And then let's move on to the bottom tier. I have Susanna Clarke's Piranesi. It's short. I heard it's very imagery focused, and I'm so excited to read this because it's sort of like a classic that it's becoming, and I heard nothing but great things about it. And I have Kiss of Iron by Clara Sager, and then I have Legendborn and Bloodmark. I know the third book came out recently, but I haven't read these yet, so I'm not gonna pick that up yet. And then I never thought I would pick this up, but I heard it's like Greek mythology, and it's the male main character is Hades, and it's a Hades kind of like love story, so I'm excited to read about that, and it's called Games Gods Play. And then I have The Road of Bones in Kingdom of Claws, and I have Golden Sun. I don't have all of the rest of the series on this TBR cart because it's gonna take up all the space. It's like on my shelf, if you could see right there, but this is the next one that I have to read, so once I finish this one, then of course I'm gonna switch it out and all of that. And then I'm on the third book of Kingdom of Light series, Crown This Cold and Heavy, and it's next in the series. And then the last books I have on here are, I still have yet to read Nocticadia. It's been on my TBR since spooky season, so we'll see when I finally pick this up. And then I have the full Regency Fairy Tales. It's like short stories. I heard Half a Soul was really good, but I've heard mixed reviews of 10,000 Stitches and Long Shadow, so we'll see when I get to that. But I'm really interested to read Half a Soul though. I don't know if this is in order or not, but I have the full quartet of Ember in the Ashes, which is Ember in the Ashes, A Torch Against the Night, Sky Beyond the Storm, and also Reaper at the Gates. But that's all that's on my TBR. Like I said before, I don't have all my full physical TBR, but this is the majority of it. And now I made a big pile of mess, so I'm gonna put it back. I have a few reading updates. Don't know where that book is. Oh well. I have a few reading updates. Like I said, I'm filming a separate reading vlog for this, but I am on the third book of the Zodiac Academy, and I'm on The Reckoning, and I'm liking it so far. The second book was kind of similar to the first book in the sense that it was the same kind of situation happening, and of course the same situation is happening in this one as well. It's becoming more plot, and that's what I heard when the plot gets bigger in this one, so I'm hanging on, but I'm still enjoying the series so far. And then another thing that I didn't update on is I'm on the second book of the Medoran Chronicles series. I will be filming a separate reading vlog for this in case you're interested, but I am loving this series so far. What I'm liking about it is that it's reminding me of the Harry Potter series, where it's sort of like an academic setting, but it's different at the same time, because this one is more like, if you think of the world of X-Men where it's more like technology based, this one is more technology based, but it is getting introduced more of the magic system in it without giving anything away, because there are some big revelations from the first book. But continuing on to the second one, it's sort of following the 1 book 1 year process. This one is following the second year, and I love Alex. She's the main character in this book, and I love her friendship with 2 of the characters named Bear and Jordan, and it's very similar to the big trio from Harry Potter, but I absolutely love their dynamic so much. They are like genuine friends, which I absolutely love. Her parents are big like archaeologists, and they go off to different places every single year, and usually they take her with them, but they decided to send her to a boarding school instead. She went to boarding school, and then she accidentally walked through a magical portal, and now she's in a place called Medora, and Medora has the magical school called Akarne, and she starts ascending, and it's like a really good time. Keep in mind, it's very, very YA. It's written to be very, very YA, but I'm loving it because it doesn't require a lot of brain power to work through, and I'm loving the series. And sometimes you just need like something lighter fantasy to read when like you've been reading a lot of heavy fantasies lately, so I'm loving it so far. And this one is the big update that I want to talk about in this video. This one is like a fun good time. If you like Magnolia Parks and you like a lot of the documentaries where it's about the sports, this book reminds me of the drama that happened a while ago with the ice skating with Tanya Hardy and Nancy Kerrigan. It reminds me of that, but throw in a toxic relationship and the toxicity of the skating world, and it's literally this. If you love Magnolia Parks and Daisy Jones and the Six, I haven't personally read Daisy Jones and the Six, but apparently it's similar to the format of that because it has like the interview style where it sort of takes place in a documentary where it talks about the couple in this book. It's very toxic. It is wild. I'm 230 pages in, and in that 230 pages there's so much that has happened. There's so much toxic stuff that happened between the two main couple, and they come from like turbulent backgrounds, and that's like the biggest thing that's happening, while it's sort of the ambitious female where she doesn't want anything to do besides going for the Olympic gold, and she comes from a very poor background. She's trying her hardest to overcome that impoverished background and try to hide it as much as she can, because a lot of these other competitors that she runs into, they come from like very rich background, very privileged background, especially one of the people that she idolizes named Sheila Lynn. Sheila Lynn is sort of like the big gold medal winner in this book, and she idolizes her, has always wanted to be her, and she's able to attend training school that Sheila Lynn runs, and she carts along her boyfriend who comes along with her and is her ice skating partner. But her first love has always been skating and not necessarily loving him. And she loves him, and they have like this obsession with each other, and it travels all over the world, and it jumps between different competitions they've been like going through, but also like different people that she comes across along with him. And it's so toxic, and I'm loving it. It's classified as literary fiction, also romance, but it's not romance whatsoever. It's more drama than anything. This is such a good binge-worthy book. I'm so ready to finish it. I sat down and read like 100 pages yesterday, so I'm so excited to finish this one. I will update in this video. I should be able to finish it within this video, so we shall see, but I am loving it. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I just got home from work and I realized I never did a final update on the favorites. I absolutely love this book. It was 5 stars. It was one of those docuseries where you can't help but finish the series because you're just so addicted. I honestly feel like a lot of people wouldn't like this because it's so drama filled. It follows a toxic couple who do things to hurt each other because they're hurt. It shows the story of ambition and what can it do to destroy not only yourself, but the people you love. The main character of this book honestly went through so much character growth that at the end that she realized what she truly wanted in her life. But this is messy. It's super messy. It left my jaw dropping at points. I didn't even think that this was going to be 5 stars. When I first started reading it, maybe like 20% through, I honestly thought this was going to be 3 stars because there was so much drama already, and you just follow them from basically childhood all the way up to decades of being with each other and all the ups and downs of not only their relationship but the whole entire sports world in general, and being competitive figure skaters and the toxic world that it is. I love this book. I ate it all up and I highly recommend this, and I just wanted to give a wrap up on this book because I was reading it throughout this whole entire video. I wanted to say a thank you for watching, and a thank you for 100 subscribers, and thank you all for watching my videos consistently. I'm excited for what's to come. Sorry for the chaos that is this vlog, or how all over the place this vlog was, but it was filmed over a long period of time. I didn't do a TBR this month because I totally failed on my February TBR, but that's because I was going through such a huge book slump, and now I'm finally making my way out of it. But work is just like busy right now because I'm transitioning to a new role, but we shall see for like how much more reading I get through. If you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Even if you try